So I'm just going to sit here and eat my Eddie's Bakery apple turnover, and you just yap about whatever you want.
I was listening on the way in going, man, what would really be awesome would be if there was some Eddie's goodies there when I got there.
And you left when you got here 10 minutes later, there's half the stuff
There's
left.
A couple things left. There's some crumbs on the floor, which I will gladly eat because that's how good it is. So,
business stuff. Do you do business insurance?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
So if Eddie's has insurance to make sure, let's see, like you wouldn't deal with workman's comp stuff
we do that.
Or anything like that. Oh, you do?
Yes, we do.
So
that's probably a really good conversation because we spend a bulk of our conversations here talking about
cars.
Home, auto, personal things for the regular everyday person. But yes, we offer and we have long offered commercial products. So we have workman's comp that we offer through various carriers. We have business owners policies, which we call BOPs, B-O-P, business owner policy.
So Paul Jr. would be right to come and actually see you. He's not a client yet, is he?
No.
He will be after this conversation.
So yeah, we offer all kinds of products there. We have commercial auto products. You know, if you have a restaurant, we have products for you. If you have a restaurant that offers delivery, we have a product line that we can address with that as well.
So most of the people who are here in town, let's talk about like Pizza Hut, Domino's, just for example.
Sure.
That would be something that they would have covered on a national level.
You know, that's a good question. That's what I would believe, but it's not necessarily a guarantee.
It doesn't have to be that, right? You could have it locally and still be a national chain, right?
You know, there are a couple of the franchise owner delivery folks, like the bread folks and the people that deliver to the grocery stores,
like Fryhofer.
Yeah, and I've had conversations with many of them over the years, and that believe that when you buy into that franchise, which I'm sure is the case with Domino's and Pizza Hut, it's an offering, but I think they have the ability
strong.
Yeah.
Go with this.
Well, and I think the pricing is pretty competitive because they're kind of getting, for lack of better words, a bulk rate because they're getting everybody on board with that. But
so that would be the same as if, like, I had Pizza Hut here, Pizza Hut in Michigan, Pizza Hut in California. We would all be buying into kind of the similar programs.
Right. But of course, you would have to be buying into a program offered within your state. So if you are a multi-state owner, you'd have to have multiple policies, one to address each state to be compliant with each state's laws for insurance.
Can you handle insurance for New Hampshire, Vermont, and New York? Or
we're just New Hampshire and Vermont because of our obvious geographic location. There are folks on the other side of the state that are Vermont and New York. You know, and there's folks down south that are Vermont, New York, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. It all depends on your geographic location. Really, there's no boundary for us. There's no real line of where we can we have to stop selling our product as long as we're licensed within that state. But it needs to be worthwhile for us to do.
Most of the time, you would just pass it off to, I'm sure, somebody. If there was somebody that called from New York, you would say, look, you'd probably be better suited to have somebody closer to you in your time of need. So I'm going to recommend this person to you.
That's quite often. Not a guarantee, but it's pretty common. Yeah.
As far as small business, if I wanted to start making like salsa in my basement, that's something that wouldn't cost a lot of money, would it, as far as insurance?
No, not necessarily.
Because there's not a lot of, like, person to person. I make a product, maybe I have a person helping me. If I cut myself, if maybe I get glass in the product and I have a loss of, maybe an entire day, but it's not like I have a factory line and I have a lot of employees.
Right.
So it would, in my mind, be something that has to be reasonable in order to make any kind of money as a small business.
Correct. And in commercial insurance, the rating is really, it does depend, for the type of business that you have. But a very common one would be that it's based on a rate of what you're doing. So what are you doing? Are you cleaning houses? Are you serving patrons? Are you delivering food? Are you making salsa? And what is your payroll?
Okay.
Like for a contractor, contractors are rated based on payroll as well. So if you are a contractor all by yourself, just you, nobody else, no employees, the rate you're paying is based on a contractor rate with your like a $10,400 a year salary is kind of a baseline. But if you add people, now you're adding what you're paying them to,
so it's better
to get
to pay
the rate.
Them under the table. That's what you're saying.
State of Vermont loves that.
They do. You know what? We're going to pick back this conversation next time you come see us on Wednesday. Can you believe the time just goes by? I don't know. You're yambling, and I don't know. Somehow it's like, oh wow, we're out of time already. So
it's the magic of Disney that's still within me that I brought back.
Still in you.
Yeah.
Cinderella sticks. I'm so glad to have you back. Did you enjoy the time with your family?
It was amazing. I purposely did no research on this. I only knew what you see a little bit here and there on television and hear from various folks who have already gone. But I purposely stayed away from YouTube and all the various vehicles that you can use to learn about it. Let my wife do all the work, which is pretty much par for the course. If she's listening, she's nodding her head right now. But I wanted to be able to go down there and kind of feel that same magic that my son did. And it was incredible. She had gone before, so she wasn't really, she had seen it all
She was
once.
like, been there.
No,
that.
she was just as into it as we were. But
I'd imagine when you have a kid, I mean, going by yourself, I used to go all the time to Disney by myself.
Yep.
But when I took my brother and sister, when I took my family, when I took my own kids, the experience is so much more different. So.
Oh my goodness. And I spent a lot of time looking at his face.
Oh yeah,
I just want to see
this look of like.
Yeah, like what's going on? He rode Space Mountain, and he rode Thunder Mountain, and he rode Expedition Everest, and now I think he's forever tarred on riding in a dark ride. Because from that point forward, every ride we went on to, whether it was at the Small World or Peter Pan, is it dark? Does it get dark in there?
Does it get really fast?
I'm like, no, dude. The coolest ride was Aerosmith's Rock and Roll roller coaster.
Really?
You're jamming out to Aerosmith playing all around you, and it's this inside roller coaster, like Love in an Elevator playing, and it's just going everywhere. It was insane.
That is so awesome.
I want to go
More
back.
about that too.
I want to go back.
Well, now that you've wasted more time talking.
Oh, do you want to just take it to the top?
Keep on going. Well, might as well.
Want to just sing It's a Small World After All? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
World after all.
That's stuck in my head for so long.
It's better than having something like 2 all beef patty special sauces.
Pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun.
Yeah,
No,
I'm glad you know that.